Hey everybody, just finished, let's see here, Wings in the Night of Solomon Kane. So this took me quite a while to get through just because life happens. I didn't have as much time to read as I would have liked, so sorry. But anyways, this is an interesting Solomon Kane story. Because this story, now most of the Solomon Kane stories, Solomon Kane kind of automatically kind of wins, or he has submission and he automatically knows what's going on. In this one, he kind of stumbles. There are a couple stories where he stumbles into things and figures out as he goes along and still ends up winning the day. This one, he does stumble into it. He finds he's back in Africa. He stumbles into this ground where people are being sacrificed and there are these strange creatures. He later figures out, due to his knowledge of classic literature, are the harpies from the Jason mythology, Greek mythology, who are attacking people and eating them, just causing all kinds of chaos. And there are two tribes living in this area. We have a tribe of cannibals, and we have the good tribe. Well, the good tribe sees Solomon Kane fighting them off, and they befriend him, and he says, I'm low on ammo, I'm no god, I'll do what I can to help. And he stays there and tries to help them, but his, the friendly tribe gets massacred. Apparently, I guess the other tribe gets massacred too, and it irritates him because this is like the first time he really can't do anything. He fights as hard as he can. He kills, I think, like a bunch of the harpies during the battle, but he's not able to save anybody. This is one of the few times that he literally fails to be the savior. I mean, later he's able to kill the harpies, essentially becoming an avenger. And I don't mean in the Marvel sense, I mean a literal avenger. Like avenging angel. But to him, this is kind of this weird thing where he still has a strong faith, but this is one of the first times we see Solomon Kane really lose. Up to now, every time in the story, he's always kind of, every short story, he's won. So we're seeing things as you go through the story, you see Solomon Kane evolve. And I think someone read these stories before, the Solomon Kane you get at the end of the story, end of the collection, is not going to be the Solomon Kane that you get starting out. I mean, the fact that Solomon Kane has access to dark magic and has used it on occasion, the Solomon Kane you see in the beginning of the book would never have used that. So Solomon Kane has definitely evolved since the first story. Overall, I'm going to give this story a 2 out of 5. It's a good story, but I just didn't really enjoy it. And it took me so long to get through. I think if I had maybe if I reread it and actually have time to really get into it, it might be different. But this story, 2 out of 5, not my cup of tea. The next story, when I get around to it, will be The Footfalls Within. And I have, let's see here, I think 4 stories left in this collection, which is Footfalls Within, Child of Azar, and then 2 versions of Solomon Kane's Homecoming. Because there's Solomon Kane Homecoming and Solomon Kane's Homecoming variant. I'm not sure how I'll split that up. And then I have the 3 issues of Serpent's Crown, which I've covered the first issue. It's a 4-issue miniseries, so I still need to get either the final issue or the graphic novel of it. And then I'll figure out what I'm going to do from there. And I know there's a Marvel collection of all the Solomon Kane stuff I need to look into possibly getting, but we'll see how that goes. got some other stuff I'm working on in the future. So, but yeah, if you guys want to check out more of my past videos, I've done a whole playlist. Check out the Life and Times of Solomon Kane playlist, and you can see all the videos I've done up to date, including Season 1 and the continuing Season 2 of the Life and Times of Solomon Kane. In case you guys didn't know, this has been started as a library project where I borrowed another copy of this book from the library, and it was originally to see how far I could get in the book before I returned to the library. Since then, I've been reading this copy, and we are almost done. So stay tuned. And I hope you enjoyed my review of this story of chapter from the Life and Times of Solomon Kane. So comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon for new, and let me know who your favorite character is, created by Robert E. Howard. Until next time, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon for new. Until next time, keep your nose in the book and your feet on the ground.